This is the Wallsend Guesthouse and glamping pods at Bowness and Solway, but they also let you walk in with a tent, and that's our tent over there, pitched up. So what we did was we drove to Newcastle, we got the train to Carlisle, we got the number 93 bus from Carlisle to Bowness on Solway, and we camped here for the night. And today we are starting Hadrian's Wall. And when you're a walking camper, you get to use these facilities. And the showers are in here. Some in the gents, I'll show you the ladies. Beautiful, really nice. It's £10 per night per person. We pitched up here in the corner. Good morning, I'm Neil, this is Lisa.
Hello.
And we are just leaving the Wallsend Guesthouse in Bowness on Solway. That's the King's Arms pub, where we had dinner last night. About £11 a dinner and a couple of pints. And it's down here, and on the left we're going to see a sign for the start of Hadrian's Wall path. This is the cafe in Bowness on Solway, where you pick up your Hadrian's Wall path passport. So we're going to get that stamped along the way and then get a medal. Turn left down this snicket. Okay, hello.
Hello.
This is the start of Hadrian's Wall in Bowness on Solway, and we've got 84 miles to go. Nice one.
So this is the fort, and we stayed over here in our tent, and we've walked up here into the invisible fort, come along here, and we're at the start, and then we're going to go over and follow the wall.
Here I am at the start, at the banks. I'm stamping my passport, and when we get to the end we get a big ceremony and a medal and tea and cakes. Done. And this is the view of the Solway at the start of the path. Up this way. So on the other side of this Solway is Scotland. That's a place called Annan, and over there somewhere will be Gretna Green. So we found our first sign and our first peel off. We have to go down this little pathway here. We're following the acorn sign, and that says Hadrian's Wall path, Glasson, 1.5 miles. So if you start your hike and a mile into it you suddenly realise you need the loo, the Hope and Anchor will let you use it. It's nice and flat for the first few miles. This is Glasson. Turn right here. And these are old army barracks, Roman barracks. Now this is Drumbruff Castle. It's not really a castle, it's a farmhouse, but it's called Drumbruff Castle. And it is made from the stones from the wall. We're having our first tea break just past Drumbruff Castle. Looking out over the Solway. And our rucksacks, they get the bench while we stand. This is Edward the First, Lisa.
What's that Edward the First?
Did you know that he died in 1307 on the way to fight Robert the Bruce? He died here.
You're so full of knowledge, Neil. I wonder how you knew that.
And we've stopped here to have a pint in the Greyhound. Well, a half. Cheers.
Cheers. So I'm going through this little booklet which was given to us kindly by somebody who finished the wall in the last, where we've just started from, in Bowness and Solway. And here's a picture of the very statue that is right over there.
So this is St Michael's Church, Brough by Sands. Made out of stones from where?
The wall.
From Hadrian's wall this was made out of.
Where Edward I was buried.
Around the back of St Michael's Church in Brough by Sands there is a little box. It says drinking water facility. Open it up. Bowman, 1¼ miles. That's where we're headed towards. Up until now, the walk from Bowness on Solway has just been on the road. Here we are, we found our campsite for the night. Roman Walls Lodges. So let's have a look inside the facilities at Roman Wall Lodges. An area for you to sit in. Honesty box for snacks. Tea and coffee. Around here there's a room with a bath. There's another toilet there. And it's all very nice. Lovely hot shower. And that's it. Roman Walls Lodges. We have just walked down from the campsite, about 3 or 4 minutes to the Drover's Rest pub, where we're going to have something to eat. And they're not, well, today is the European Cup final. England and Italy, but they're not showing it, but they're letting us watch it on our phone. So we've got our phones, we've got their Wi-Fi, we're going to have something to eat and watch the football here. So we've got 3/3 of beers that make up a pint, that's called a flight. Football on the phone, waiting for food. So this is our second day. We've woken up at Roman Walls Lodges. That's our pitch. We're going to have some breakfast on that little bench there, and that's the shower block over there. We're going to walk into Carlisle after breakfast and go from there. Okay, bye bye Roman Walls Lodges. Back to Hadrian's Wall path. Well, I thought Roman Walls Lodges was quite good. There was only about 5 people there, so it wasn't such a rush on for the toilets and things, so it was quite good. If there was 25 people there, it'd be a bit random. What did you think to Roman Walls Lodges, Lisa?
I thought it was alright.
Yeah, it was alright.
It was alright. It was alright.
This is St Mary's Church, made from stones from Hadrian's Wall. Paul at the campsite tells us this is the oldest church on the trail. So we get to leave the road and walk through some countryside on the way into Carlisle. I'm not scared of these ones. Have you overcome your fear of cows as well?
Well, not really. They're all kind of spread out. Not all together, blocking the path.
So we've just come down that path and we're in Grinsland. Drinks fridge in Grinsland. Each item £1. So this is a nice path through a little strip of wood, and we've got the River Eden on our left, but you can't quite see it yet, so I'm hoping it opens out and we get to see the River Eden in its full glory. Uh-oh. We've not got to Carlisle yet. We're just going to come down this little path to have a look at the River Eden. It's steep, eh? We could have a cup of tea. That's a very, very good idea, isn't it? Yeah. Beautiful spot to have a cup of tea. Got a new acquisition. Super cheap. Probably won't last very long, but we thought we'd have them for this and the West Island Way. Little seat mats. Yay! And Lisa's got a little one there. Are you going to dip your feet in there?
Yeah.
I might do the same. The Grail, filling up from the River Eden. Oh, put your foot in there. Oh, it's cold. Cool. Plunging at an angle. Cool. Cool. Thanks for the tea, Lisa.
You're welcome.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Lisa, happy birthday to you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I've got my own. Oh. Oh, I've got my own, and it actually says Lisa's now.
That's the viaduct of the old railway line over the River Eden on the way into Carlisle. Okay, so we go into Bitts Park. We can see the castle over there. Well, we could see the castle over there. That's kind of the place we're headed to. And we're going to walk through Bitts Park into Carlisle. We're in Carlisle. Carlisle Castle. That's the cathedral. Right, I think we're in the posh part of Carlisle. We're on Fisher Street at Brood Awakenings, and we're stopping for something to eat and something to drink. Oh, there's my beer turning up now. Pulled pork, chips and salads. Quiche. You happy with that?
It's lovely, thank you.
Bowness on Solway, been there. Drumbruff, been there. Bruff by Sands, been there. Stanwicks? Carlisle, been there. So where next then? Castle Steeds. And all these other places still to go. Ending up in South Shields. Wall's End. This is Rickaby Park we've just walked through from the River Eden. This is the M6 we're crossing. And from now on I think we're going to be in countryside. But it's nice to see the River Eden again. And we're going to walk along this for a couple of miles. Stag in. is now closed and for sale. You will get no beer here. And this is Crosby on Eden. There's no shops, there's no off licence, there's absolutely nothing. Just a sleepy little village. So we're not staying here, this is High Crosby Farm, but there is camping available, and there looks like an honesty box over there which you can have a look in. This could be where you camp. Crosby on Eden Farm. Hey, just availed of the honesty box. I've got myself a Dr. Pepper. So you can watch the TV here, and there is a shower. That's our pitch at Bleatarn Farm. Some lads there bivvying. That's the shower block. You can also... Alright, let's have a look at the shower block. I like this place. Dishwashing facilities. Come around the corner. It's warm in here. Unisex. 2 toilets and a shower, which I'm hopefully going to get in very, very soon. Hiya! And I'd like to introduce you to these 3 legends who have just walked 20 miles today. 22 miles, sleeping in bivvy bags, and they're super legends because they gave us a brew dog. As well as being top guys, we've got a birthday drink for Lisa tonight as well. Nice one, guys, thanks. Inside my little Lancashire 2 Pro. Don't need the red light, but I've got it for effect. Got our bag stored, my bag stored at the end. And, hang on, there's another bag there. Wait, what? Who's this? Wait, what?
My stuff's so petite.
I'm no expert, but I think that someone snuck in here who's having a birthday. You had a nice birthday.
Yes, I've had a lovely birthday, thank you.
Alright, that's good to hear.
It's turned out really nice.
And we're reading about what we're doing tomorrow, and I can do this. Look, the zip broke on my tent, but it's alright. I can lift this up. And just look at the sheep. Little sheepies. Just sat down having a little sleep. There's a slight bit of rain happening, but on the other side of the field there was lovely red skies, so it should be a great day tomorrow. And then I can just, when I'm bored of looking at the sheep, I can just pop that back down. Or if I wanted to just pull that aside, oh, I could have a little look at that. Anyway, being daft. We've woken up at Bleatarn Farm. Lisa's been reading about the next leg of the journey, where we're going to see the wall. We've had our coffee and tea. Right, let's see how we can work this out while Map Girl tells us where we're going today.
Well, I just want to say as well, we've done 20 miles up to here.
20 miles to Bleatarn Farm.
Along the wall. We've taken a few detours, but we haven't seen any of the wall yet.
And how many miles is it to Banks then?
11 miles.
Right, we've stayed at 3 campsites. We've stayed at Wallsend Guesthouse in Bowness. We've stayed at
Roman Wall Lodges.
Thank you, Roman Walls Lodges in Roman Walls. And we stayed in Bleatarn Farm in Bleatarn.
Yeah, that was a nice and easy one.
Which was the best campsite?
Well, this one, I really like it, yeah.
Bleatarn Farm.
Yeah.
And this is only £5 a night per person. Where the
And to have a shower,
shower perfect
block,
toilets.
toilet block, two toilets, one disabled, and I'm sorry, but
Disabled
they've got a
toilet,
hairdryer.
Hairdryer and hair straighteners. Which is great for me. So I'm all sorted now with the hair straighteners. Right, so this is day 3. Bleatarn farm to Banks. So they want you to walk side by side, not in single file. That's what we're going to try and do. We are starting to see some nice countryside now. This is Old Wall, and we're on our way now to Newtown. Looks like Old Wall won Cumbria in Bloom 2008, 2009, 2012, 2013, 2014. It hasn't been doing so well recently. We're in Old Wall. We just found the snack shed. This is well stocked. Headswood on the wall. Looks like glamping pods. Three and a half mile tea break. Yeah. And I've been off gathering, hunter gathering nuts and berries. I found these in my rucksack. And this is why I like front zipper bags, because I can just unzip it like this, pull that back like that, put it into the pack somewhere at the bottom. Pull out the bar that I want, wrap that back up, and you can just zip that back up again. I can easily get things from the bottom of my rucksack without having to empty everything. And that's kind of like the first thing I look for in a rucksack, is can I unzip it and get in to the bottom without emptying everything.
Look for something beautiful every day. So says John. Beautiful waterfall.
Our guidebook tells us that this mound here was excavated and the wall was bare, but the sandstone wasn't lasting the weather and the test of time, so they covered it back up again. So there's wall underneath there, apparently.
So say the book.
Just purely for the walkers, ain't no one making much money from that. This is the bridge over the River Irving. Well, we took a little detour. Well, it's not a detour, it's actually Hadrian's wall path. But we came down to this river, which is Irving River, even though the road said road detour. But you can't get past loads of fallen bushes and trees, and just you can't, so you have to go on the road. But it's been nice to sit down here for a little bit anyway. Noodles and Marmite, water's boiling, beautiful view. That can only mean one thing: noodle time! So a couple of miles before the turn off to Lanarcoast Priory, and a couple of miles before Banks campsite, this is where the hills looks like they start. So I'm going up that hill there. Do 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 do.
So this is about 26 miles in.
Just taking a right turn off the path. And we're going to go down and see Lanarcoast Priory. We're going into the church at Lanarcoast. Tea and cake in the priory. So at the top of the hill from Lanarkos Priory, it's quite a nice breeze, which is much welcomed. This way to Banks campsite. Well, this is a nice surprise. We're at Hare Hill before Banks, and look what we found. Piece of the original wall. This is our campsite for the night. So this is camping at Banks. You get this field. Well, this is not slopey here, so we're okay here. We've got ourselves a little bench. Is it £5 per person per night? Yeah. It's quite slopey though. And there's a water tap over there and a toilet, so no showers. Right, that's our drinking water tap. Let's see what we've got in here then. Ta-da! Okay, looks clean. So tomorrow we're going to see loads of the wall, they tell us. Are you excited about that?
Yeah.
Me too.
Got the map out, I'll have a look.
Can't wait. At Hare Hill you find the first bit of the wall when you're walking from Bowness to Newcastle.
Which was about 29 miles
29 miles in. So if all you're interested in is seeing the wall, don't walk the first 29 miles. Because you won't see it. You'll see things you think are it. And you get all excited and you find out later there that's not the wall. So that's it. We've got beers. Nice one. Got couscous, and we're going to put fish in there and eat and watch this sunset that's going to go down over there. Nice one. Day 4 of Hadrian's Wall. We're leaving camping at Banks. There's always time for a little swing. It's such a shame. Just up the road, well, 20 paces up from Banks campsite. It's 20 past 10, it's Wednesday. It's day 4 of walking the wall. This is our second bit of Hadrian's Wall. Just after Banks campsite, and I think for the next 2 days we're going to see plenty of it. And then it will probably tail off as we go into Newcastle. We'll see. If my maths is right, this has been here for 1900 years. It was built around about 122. Good job. They did well. Pike Hill Signal Tower. We're just past Castle 52 where we just were. These buildings were made from stones from the wall. There's 2 of them. And it's Banks Head Farm. So this one and that one are made from the wall. Repurposed, is that the term? There we go.
It says reused stone. Composed of reused stone from Castle 52.
We don't know these facts, we're reading them from a book. But it's good having the book. Some things you just walk past if you didn't. have this little book with you. This is Lee Turret 51B, and the next one we get to is Sandy Syke Turret 51A. So, because we're going backwards, because I think they built it from Newcastle to here. So, anyway. Oh, Lisa, what have you found?
I know. I found another turret. 51A, I believe.
Piper Syke, it says here. You're sitting on history.
I know. 2,000 years worth of history.
Turn right on the way to Birdoswald, and we're going to find Coombe Crag Honesty Snack Shed. So we stopped at Coombe Crag, honesty box shed type thing, for a cup of tea and some granola bars, and we met a lovely lady who runs the place, and it's now a campsite. It's just up the road from Banks. It's like wild camping with a toilet, £5 per person per night.
Ditch wall vallum.
Yeah, we're sort of walking along what's known as a vallum. It would have been on the south side of the wall.
Yeah.
How are you doing? We've not come very far because we've been chatting to three different sets of people, and we've been chatting with our bags on our back, so we just had to crash out now and just have a little rest for a few minutes. It's good. This is where we stopped to rest. We're walking through a field just before Birdoswald, and that's a nice long stretch of Hadrian's wall there. Information about this place: Birdoswald West, turret 49B. This is the stamping station. See a little passport at Birdoswald.
Yeah, I'll pick that up in a minute. So there you go, Birdoswald. Try and get it the right way up this time.
You're on course for your medal.
Hey.
This is Birdoswald, and we're going to stop here and have our lunch. A lunch spot at Birdoswald. I'm having Huel, tomato and herb with Marmite in, which has made it more beefy. Very nice. What are you having?
Funnily enough, I've got tomato and herb with Marmite in.
Making it more beefy. Harrow Scar, Mile Castle 49, a fortified gateway. The bridge at Willowford. This be it. All hail the Grail, the river under the bridge at Willowford. I would just like to check that it's clear. All hail the ground. Crossing the Irvine. The Roman bridges at Willowford. Hello. Yeah, Willowford, there is a lovely long stretch of the wall. This is turret 48A at Willowford East. And what we have to imagine here is a ground level where people would sit and get their fires and keep warm, and then 2 more stories above it for living and looking out to stop the rampaging Scottish from invading from the north. Back there at Gisland it says there's a road detour. You have to go on the road. I don't know why, but we ignored it. I don't know why there's a detour, but you end up coming up to here at Burn, Castle 48, and we've got it all to ourselves at the minute. Hey Lisa, do you feel like a Roman soldier?
No, I'm the king of the castle.
Fair play.
Yeah, I'm a Roman soldier and I want my dinner. Go make me some broth.
And the dinner, according to the sign, would have been cooked here on this round hearth. Just before Burn, Castle. This would have been a really nice honesty box pit stop, but it's not open because it's a diversion. But we ignored the diversion because we are rebels with a cause, and our cause is to see as much of the wall as we can. We walk along a ditch or a vallum which would have been on one side of the wall as extra fortification. Big old sheep's hairy ass. So when you go through Gisland, you leave the wall behind. It becomes more countryside-y. You still keep walking alongside a vallum, a big ditch that's part of Hadrian's wall, but with no visible brick wall. Thirlwall Castle. Should we go up there and have a look? Got to really, haven't we? Welcome to Thirlwall Castle. Thank you. That's Thirlwall Castle. There's a bonkers climb up a hill. You do alright, Lisa? We're in farmy sheep land. There's a bit more to go. Now, I found the signage a little bit uncertain here, but we go through this country park to the quarry. And there it is. That's OW, original wall. I think we're going up there. I just wanted to film us going up this bit. Ow, so you can see the pain on our faces. Because it is well steep. But it's magnificent. Truly is a great part of the wall. This is Northumberland National Park. It's really amazing. Never been here before. Well, we started walking at 10 o'clock this morning. We thought we had 11 miles to do. It's now 7:20 at night. We've done 11 miles. Well, we haven't really stopped walking. We stopped for lunch, we stopped for 1 cup of tea break. We've done 11 miles, but in the Northumberland National Park, up and down, 11 miles is a lot different to walking 11 miles in the street. So we've still got about an hour and a half to go. And we thought, well, we could kill ourselves and plough on, or we could just stop and have a cup of tea. And this is where we're at, so it's a good place to stop. Now, what's your name? You and all your mates. What are you following us for? You don't know. Oh, hello. Caulfield's Quarry. This will be the last bit of the wall we see today. It's at 9 o'clock at night and we're going to Windshields campsite, so the road's over this next hill. We take a right and a left, get to Windshields campsite. So yeah, it's the last part of the wall for today. It's a good part. Core gap, turret 41A, watching the frontier. This is us just leaving the trail, going towards Windshields campsite. I hope the camera can pick up those oranges over there. It looks like the sun's going to set. We're in Windshields campsite. Not now. We're in a pub. And we've come to a place that Windshields campsite's in a place called Once Brewed. And we're in a pub called Twice Brewed, where they've brewed ale on this place since 1400 or something. And they brew all these ales, and they do this thing, look, it's called a flight, and you get a third of a pint in 3 different glasses. And you can try different ales. This one's called Coventina, which rings a bell with me because I'm from Coventry, so Coventina's cool. But this is my second flight, so I'm going to be a little bit merry when it's finished. Lisa's on like boring strongbow, anyway, I'm enjoying that. We've looked out on dinner. We've got no dinner, so we're just having chocolate bars and peanuts and everything. But yeah, we made it to this pub. It's great, the Twice Brewed pub. It's a really cool pub. Are you happy?
It is really nice, yeah.
This is Windshield campsite. This is our little pitch, and we're in a pretty empty field. It's got a bit of a slope on it, but there's another field through there you can camp in. There's some people packing up over there. Right, I'll show you the facilities. This is a toilet block. We've got some nice sinks there. Toilet there. Toilet there. 3 or 4 showers down the end there. And then there's this kitchen you can use. That's your kitchen. That's the Windshield campsite. So we've just walked 1.3 miles from the campsite back to where we left off last night, which is there. And now...
Okay, we're at Core Gap. Notice the gap?
Oh yeah?
Hence Core Gap.
Oh. Where are we going?
Up there.
Let's do this. So this day starts off up and downy. We went up, we're coming down these steppy rocks, and then we've got to go back up again, where we'll see if we have to go back down again or stay flat on the top. What are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for a flat ridge.
Stay on the top flat. Alright? With a breeze, yeah, I like the style. This is us at Windshield Tour. Hello.
Hello.
We're just walking along the path. Well, this is the halfway point. Yeah. Hey horsey, how you doing? You're shy? No? Oh, just don't want to talk to me. Oh. Hey, that's better. How you doing? You alright? Cool. Up another crag. See you at the top. Just standing on the wall. Hello, beautiful. Oh dear. Well, that's milestone 39 behind us, and we just stopped to air our feet for a minute because they were getting hot. But we're going up over that hill there, and then when we descend we're going to be at Sycamore Gap. That's the first sight of Sycamore Gap when you climb the hill after milestone 39. That's to the north, to Scotland.
A bit far away now, you had it better earlier.
Right, this is us at Sycamore Gap. Hello.
Hello.
So we've stopped to have some food on the other side, the north side of Sycamore Gap. That's Sycamore Gap behind us. And we've got our Huel pots. And I've got Thai green curry. What are you having, Lisa?
Mexican chili.
Bye bye Sycamore Gap. Craglough, north side of the wall, south side of the wall. There's lake after lake on the north side, and it's just like this for ages, for miles, up and down, but glorious views all around. It's amazing. I am standing in the middle of Mile Castle 37. I think this is quite a big one. There you have it. England. Scotland. Yeah, England. Yeah, it's nice and everything, but yeah, I like it, but Scotland. Right, through those trees, let's go. Let's do this. Lisa's had enough. She's flinging herself off, hasn't you?
It's a wee bit scary.
So this bit here is actually walking on the wall. It's encouraged. They put some steps lead up to it. You can dip off at any time and join that path. I'm going to walk on the wall just for this little bit. Right, I'm at Housted's farm. Stamp my book. Right way up. Ta-da! Your turn. Too knackered to speak. Broccolitia. The Temple of Mithras. It's 20 to 8, we're at Black Cart's Turret, and we've still got miles to go to the campsite. We're feeling pretty tired, aren't we? Just can't work out why it's taking so long. So here it is, black carts behind me. If I get out of the way, you got to see that. I'm not stopping because we are on a mission to see if we can get to Hadrian's Meadow, but it's starting to look like we're going to get there in the dark, if at all. Well, the way into Chollerford is farmer's field after farmer's field, fairly flat, loads of cows, styes like this. We just had a pint in the George over there, and this is the River North Tyne that we're crossing to get to our campsite. Hadrian's Wall campsite. We have a fire. It's pretty much too dark to show you anything else. Can you see, Lisa? Oh yeah, that's quite cool. You got a beer?
I have.
Hey.
We've got food. Can you see?
I got a beer. Yay! But the owner of Hadrian's Wall campsite has just driven 6 miles to give us 6 sausages.
And some bread.
And some bread. This is Hadrian's Meadow, what they call wild camping site. There's a toilet in the distance there, a green hut. That's our pitch. There's a couple of other people pitched over there. If you want to come in your car, you can park it there, but pretty much that's it. So over here you can order some wood. There's bottles of water there for you. There's no running water. There's only us and 2 other people here. So right now it's really cool. And everybody, between the 4 of us that's on this site at the minute, we've kept the toilet really clean. And that's it. It's basic as you can get. But just perfect for us last night. For breakfast, we are having the sausages we couldn't eat last night and the baked potatoes we couldn't finish.
Scrummy.
3 miles outside of Hadrian's Meadow campsite, we've stopped at the Errington Coffee House for a quick bite to eat and a cup of tea. And for large parts of this walk you're following a road. This is a little bit uninspiring, but still a nice walk. When you look to your right, you can forget that road to your left. 7.5 miles from Hadrian's Meadow. We've reached the Robin Hood Bar and Restaurant where we can get our book stamped and have a pint.
Yes.
And change my socks or something like that. Cool.
Cheers.
Cheers. Restaurant.
I know.
Oh, tippy toe stamping. Cool. We're on the way to Heading on the Wall. More cows. No, don't you worry about that. We're good with cows now. I'm going to walk right through these cows. I'm good with cows. Cows do not bother us anymore. We're alright. Might just walk around this one though. Might just give you a wide berth, mate. There's your mate lolloping over. Not bothered about. Heading on the wall. Heading on the wall. Looks like it's a short little skip through the village to get to the River Tyne, but it takes about an hour. And we've got here, and instead of turning left to follow Hadrian's wall, we're going to go right to our campsite, Stephenson's farm campsite. Let's do this. This is Stephenson's Arms campsite. There's not much here, just one toilet. We are having our morning coffee. It's 8 o'clock. We're doing really well for time this morning. We're going to be gone by 9. Probably don't expect to see too much of the wall today like yesterday, but we'll see Newcastle. I'll just show you the toilets. There's no shower here, but this, I thought, was an open air toilet, so you could go and gaze up at the stars. It turns out no, it's a chemical disposal point. Disappointing. Never mind. And this is the one toilet that I think is only used by walk-in campers, because all the caravans seem to have their own. Whoa, that's okay, it's tidy enough. And we're going to Newcastle.
Yay!
To the finish point, where we pick up the car, drive to Edinburgh to see my cousin Peggy. Hey Peggy!
Hello!
My hands get sunburnt from walking with a pole, so you buy these lightweight little gloves. This time I bought white ones.
Come up here a bit.
Look.
I'm Michael Jackson!
This is our first sight of the River Tyne this morning. They're up and at it early. Well, walking along the River Tyne, you get to a boathouse and you can smell the bacon coming out into the street. Bacon rolls are £2 each, coffee's 50p, the tea's 50p. Can't go wrong. Babylon! Well, we are entering Newcastle city centre. Another baking hot day. And you walk along this path for a couple of miles at least. Finally we're back on the Tyne. So after the boating place, it's 5 miles of hard slog until you come to anything. We found this Italian place. I've got a pizza. Lisa's got a niçoise salad. There's nothing to say.
Last 2 miles, we're nearly there. We're broken.
Nice,
not finished.
Nice easy walk. You know, warm up for the West Island way. Nice and easy one, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, it's harder than they say. Segadon Museum. Ooh. Crikey. So by the museum, there's this teeny little bit of wall. Seems to be down there as well. We have made it to the museum. 84 miles, although I think it's a bit longer than that. And we're going to stamp our books here outside the museum. Here we go. Might as well film this for the record. Right, this is a short one.
Tippy toes again.
Ta-da!
There we go. That's
Okay.
The final stamp.
£5 each, but they go towards maintaining the wall. So what are you going to do? This is us by the statue. We've got to be quick because the lady wants to lock up. High five!
Yay!
Bit of a hug! Yay!
We did it!
Nice one!